Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of Level Up Podcast. I'm Corbin, here with Mason.
Hello.
And we have a special guest star, Alex.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's CND here, CaptainNintendoDude. What's up?
Alright, just before we get started here, I want to make a quick statement. Chances are, if you listened to episode 1 last week, you probably listened to it on Mason's YouTube channel. But this time around, it's actually available on SoundCloud as well.
Ooh.
And Google Play Music.
Ooh.
Yeah, we'll have the links for those in the description of the video when it goes up on Mason's channel. But yeah, that's just another way to listen. It'll still go up on Mason's channel if you like listening to it.
The
on
more
there.
variety, the better.
Yeah, exactly. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's less of a download, and you can listen to it in the background and all that.
It's
good stuff.
fancy.
Yeah, it's fancy.
Yeah,
it's an
it is.
actual podcast. instead
I'll
of just
snap.
a
We're getting
video.
techie up in here, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super official.
Yeah. Took me hours to figure that out. You better like it. I'm just kidding. So today we actually have a bunch of news articles to talk about. It's been a very busy 2 weeks. We got the
Yes.
release of No Man's Sky. Sony confirmed a PlayStation event. They also announced, Sega, not Sony. Sega announced a classic Mega Drive console. Nintendo announced a ton of stuff. We got the Xbox One S. And also, we're going to be talking about a poll, the results of said poll that all of us posted, and we'll talk about the answers for that, and talk about various games we've been playing, just like last week. So, that's pretty much it. So I'll just jump...
No, hold on. Yeah, real quick. Alex, tell them about your channel real quick, because we gotta have that little Alex
Oh
right
yeah,
here.
that's
Oh,
probably
I gotta get the plug in there.
Yes.
Basically, I have a Nintendo channel. I do everything and anything I want Nintendo related, but it branches off to other things too. Trying to focus on unboxings, but if there's ever an opportunity to just do a cool video, I'll do that. So it's a lot of random crap I do on my channel. So if you want something refreshing and new and just different, you got you covered.
Yeah, definitely go check out our channel, guys. Link is down below in the description also.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
for having
Corbin,
me,
what do
guys,
we...
by the way.
Yeah. What do we got today, Corbin?
Alright, the first news article is No Man's Sky has been released for PS4 and Windows. And actually the Windows version came out today. Also, I forgot to say this, but for the news articles, we're going to put the links to everything we're talking about in the description. And if you're on SoundCloud, Google Play, whatever, it'll be in the description too. So you can actually see what we're talking about and not just take our word for it. And Mason's very untrustworthy, so you should watch
Stop it, Corbin. Stop. Okay. That's
Alright.
funny. It's real funny.
Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, honestly, if you haven't heard about No Man's Sky, congratulate you for finally coming out of your coma. It's a action-adventure game developed and published by indie studio Hello Games. It's been hyped to the moon and back. Essentially...
Or to the 18 quintillion planets and back.
Yep,
Whatever.
that's true. Yep. We'll get to that. Mason's getting a little ahead of himself.
I'm sorry.
Players take the role of a planetary explorer in an uncharted universe. After performing enough resource collection to repair their spacecraft, which has crashed, and leave the planet, the player is then free to engage in any of the 4 principal activities offered by the game: exploration, survival, combat, and trading. The game is famous for its procedurally generated universe. I probably didn't pronounce that right. Basically, instead of having like one large map like typical games, it uses an algorithm to just make the map on the fly, so it saves a
Basically
lot of space.
Minecraft.
Yeah, it's Minecraft in space. That's the best way
It's
to put
quite
it.
the comparison you got there.
If you've ever like played Minecraft and put in a certain seed to get like, I don't know, like a village at spawn or something in some location, it's the same exact concept. They just used one seed for the whole game. The initial reviews of the game are pretty positive, but it hasn't been out yet, and I believe the game publisher didn't actually send out review copies until just before the game launched. So there really isn't any concrete reviews. It's a massive game. It's like trying to ask someone to review Fallout 4 in a day. Like that's just not how it works. But yeah, what do you guys think?
I mean, as of right now, it looks like everyone is literally an hour ago. PewDiePie just posted No Man's gameplay part 1. Markiplier just yesterday posted part 1 of his gameplay through it. So everyone's just getting the game right now.
Yeah.
Real quick, also, whenever we're all saying like today, yesterday, all this is as of what's today, August 12th. That's when we're recording this.
Yeah, the Windows version came out August 12th, so people are just starting to play it.
We're not a day ahead or behind, don't worry. We just recorded this and published it a day later, okay. Anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much all there is to that. So, I don't know though, like for real, like it's just the main thing, obviously, the selling point is all the planets that you can explore and stuff. 18 quintillion, that, I think they said it would take you like something like 1 billion years or something to even explore all of them.
Yeah.
Or it was something like that. It's insane though, like if you just went to each one for a second, it would take around that long, I think it said. But to me, it almost wouldn't be too. I mean, I can't see them sitting there and designing 1 quintillion or 18 quintillion, not one. But you know what I mean? Like, it would have to be generated by things other planets obviously share traits from, like trees and stuff. I don't know. I can't see them being that much different though. If they're that many.
That's one of the complaints I've heard, is that because it's computer generated, it's not like exactly designed in a sense, so it's not like the most breathtaking, like areas. It's like, oh, well, this was generated by some math formula. I guess that's cool. But yeah, I haven't played it. Not really sure if I'm gonna get it. I'm not a huge fan of these kind of games. I don't know. Maybe I'll get it on sale. And,
Alex, what do you think about it?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's basically a big old Minecraft in space. In that, like, if you guys look at the article down below, it's literally, the title, an immersive wonder for solitary wanderers, which is literally Minecraft. It's just because there's an algorithm that generates this huge land, that you can just wander around and stuff. Which is that's really cool. I mean, that's what intrigues a lot of people to Minecraft. So this is a little like more realistic, which I think is very cool.
Yeah, it's like you go and explore all of them. I can't see myself getting it. I have a PS4 now, but I'm probably gonna pass. But I might get Overwatch in place of that. But yeah, so I don't know. It's just one of those games I haven't really paid much attention to, but at the same time you see it everywhere. But I just skim right past it, so I don't know. But I don't know. Is there anything else about that though we need to touch on before we move on?
You know what a difference between the planets probably is? It's like, oh, look at this, look at this space plant right here. Oh, now this space plant's a little bit bigger. Whoa, like that's the difference between like one planet to another. And the whole quintillion planets is just a selling point, really.
7.8 out of 10 IGN too many planets.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Speaking of PS4 and stuff, though, as I mentioned that Sony has actually confirmed that a PlayStation event is coming in September, on September 7th, actually.
What?
Whoa!
Yeah, I know. They sent out invitations to a PlayStation presentation thingy going on September 7th, and it takes place at 3 p.m. Eastern on the day, but Sony hasn't said what will be announced exactly, but rumors say the event will be focused on around a technical showcase of the upcoming PlayStation Neo, and a final development kit will be provided to developers at the conference. Yes, that's what I meant to say. I don't know, like that's kind of big news too. Nobody saw that coming, I don't think, this soon.
Yeah. I mean, so basically PlayStation Neo is gonna be released. I mean,
right,
or at least the date.
And also, a NeoGAF leak points to a new PlayStation Vita in development, but that also may be announced there. If that's true or not, that's up to speculation.
I
loved how you were like, oh no.
No one buys the PlayStation portables. It's just there's no market for it. I mean, the older audience that wants mobile games is gonna be playing it on their smartphones. And Nintendo still has a market for for portable gaming because it's targeted towards the younger audience, which
and also all
normally
the
doesn't have
exclusive
that.
games.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's
But
no
I mean,
there's no Pokemon on the PS3. I mean PSP.
or your phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there's Pokemon Go, but no, I don't know. I can't see that. I feel like they're doing this simply because the NX is getting announced soon. As bad as that is to say, I mean, it's competition. You gotta do what you gotta do. But people have been speculating Nintendo to announce the NX sometime next month, and whether it's next month or October, they gotta announce it sometime this year. They've confirmed we will see it by the end of 2016. So it's like you gotta wonder what their motives are. Obviously to sell their new system coming out, but I don't know if it's more from a competitive standpoint or if it's just simply, hey, that we've had this plan for months. What
I
I mean?
don't know. I don't know why all these companies now are just like said, screw E3, we're gonna do our own thing. Like Nintendo doing their random live events, throughout the year. It's like having their own mini E3s whenever they want.
Well, it also, takes, with E3 you have to compete for all this attention. Like, I think I remember the last E3, you had the Xbox event, the PlayStation event, you had Nintendo's quote-unquote event. Not really sure if that counts. And then I remember actually at the same day as most of those conferences, Apple was having an event at the same time. So it's like I was literally watching like 2 live streams at once at one point. It got crazy. But I don't really know how to put this. I really hope the PlayStation Neo will be sort of a PlayStation 4 Plus, because I feel like it shouldn't be a whole new, I say generation, but everyone's doing away with generations. Like I want this to be like an iPhone 6s. Like you'll still have games that come out for the PS4 and the Neo. It's just that they'll have better graphics on the Neo.
I don't know if you guys have the same feeling, but for me, I feel like the Xbox One and PS4 like just came out.
Yeah, no, it feels like yesterday because I remember getting the Wii U. They kind of dropped that mid-gen, like I think it was 7th generation, I think. But I mean, a year later, boom, here come Microsoft and Sony at it again, And it's like it feels like yesterday, but at the same time, people have so much stuff for those systems already, and it's like you're still new. Why are you making another new thing to top your new one you just released? But
Yeah, well, I mean, the Xbox One S kind of makes sense,
Yeah, and Scorpio
Updated.
next year. I mean, at E3, I was surprised they announced both of those. Like there was Xbox One S and Scorpio they talked about. But I mean, it's like poor Nintendo. They gotta stay in the game, and
but they don't focus on competing so much. They just focus
Right.
on being the best that they can, which I think is a good move.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it depends on
especially-
what. Go ahead.
Okay. Especially at this point where all the other consoles are just less powerful PCs. Like, that's why we're getting new consoles. Was it like 3 or 4 years after, the Xbox One and PS4 came out? Because they're just not powerful. The last generation, I haven't looked this up, so if I'm wrong, please don't hang me. But I believe when the PS3 came out, Sony sold every unit at a loss because the hardware in it wasn't cheap enough to make a profit yet. And this time, nothing like that happened. I'm sure there was a pretty good profit margin on everything. And this generation was just not the huge leap that the last one was. So it's like, building a mid-range PC, and then 4 years later you're like, well, now I can't get 60 FPS anymore. Time to put in some new parts.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, it just keep going. It's
Yeah. And then the poor Vita. Let's just have a moment of silence for the Vita.
Nobody likes the Vita anymore.
No.
For the 3 people that did beforehand. Now it's like, I mean, I played it once, but it wasn't anything I got too into.
it
I
feels
like
so
the design
awkward.
better than the 3DS. Like it
Yeah.
seems like I don't know.
A
Their design is
smartphone with buttons on it
Yeah.
that are too small?
Exactly.
Yes.
Perfect. And it has a touchscreen on the back, because that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to be innovative, but
Yeah. Poor Sony.
I think every person ever needs to base their controller design around the Wavebird.
Yeah.
Because that's the best controller, you know? Everyone knows that.
Excuse me. Have you seen the N64 controller?
That is kind
Most-
of messed up
It's the
too.
most ergonomic controller on the history of Earth. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is true. This is true.
All right.
Moving on.
I get to introduce the next topic.
Oh
Oh,
snap!
boy. Yeah. After I just spoke for like 10 minutes about the last one.
It's okay.
Okay. So, a few weeks ago, Nintendo made news because they announced this mini NES that they were coming out with. You guys remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yup.
I'm not really sure if this is a response to that from Sega or it's just like a coincidence that it came out at the same time. I don't really know. But Sega partnered with At Games to make a home and portable console versions of the Sega Mega Drive. I believe that was their console, I think, after the Genesis or alongside. I really can't tell. I probably should look this up. I suck. Anyway, if you haven't heard of At Games, they almost created this sort of classic controller market. They've made updated versions of the Atari 2600, the Sega Genesis, the ColecoVision, and the Intellivision. So this isn't their first rodeo. They know what they're doing. Both versions of the Sega Mega I can't talk today. Sega Mega Drive consoles. So that's the portable and the home console versions. They include Sonic the Hedgehog 1, 2, and 3, Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3, Golden Axe 1, 2, and 3, Altered Beast, Alex Kidd, Columns, and a lot
Basically
of
all
other games.
the best games.
Yeah, all the ones worth playing. And I actually read that a lot of the games in there aren't even worth playing. They're just get it, put them in to bump up the number of games. Anyway, but what is interesting about this is that just like all of Ad Game's other consoles, this doesn't have the same quality that the mini NES is going to have. This only has composite video. You don't get HDMI. So obviously video quality is going to be much worse. It's going to look really fuzzy. And you can even, go on YouTube and watch their other consoles gameplay. It's not impressive. If you had an original Wii with the virtual console, you probably get a better experience.
Mm-hmm.
And also, the consoles released by Ad Games also have a history of having emulation issues and sound issues. The games don't sound exactly like they did when they came out. So yeah, I don't really see anyone super serious about the Mega Drive actually getting this. This is just kind of like more of another, I guess, toy.
Mm-hmm.
I can see a lot of people getting like the portable version just for fun, but nothing serious. So I mean,
Yeah.
what do you guys think about this?
Go ahead, Alex.
I mean, it's just kind of... What's the word? It's just kind of like a...
Like
Oh,
boring?
jeez. No, like, it's like my Atari that I have right now, that I don't actually, like, have plugged in. I just kind of have it there
Yeah.
for, see, I can't figure the word now. It's just,
Need time
I
to
don't
think
know.
for a sec?
Like
yeah, I have no idea. It's just there for like, for just looks or whatever,
Yeah.
And this is just like another thing. This is like they're making it so it's there type of a thing, Like who. There's not a huge market of people out there. They're like, oh man, the Mega Drive, that was like my console when I was
yeah,
little.
exactly.
It's mostly people saying that for like, oh, that was my console, or NES was, or the
Yeah.
Genesis was. They remember those, but no one really truly remembers that one.
Yeah.
I mean, small amount of people, but it's not gonna make the news as much as that little mini portable NES did.
Yeah, or like, I feel like if Sega like re-released, I don't know, maybe like the Dreamcast or something, but actually did it with quality like Nintendo's doing, that would make news. But this is just another like, oh, I'll see this in the bargain bin at Walmart, that kind of thing.
I feel like it's gonna be. Well, first off, I think this thing is literally like a cheap shot at Nintendo for the NES Classic Mini, because like, what was it? 2 weeks after they announced that thing, boom, they came out with this, and it's like, of course, they probably had the idea for a little bit, unless it's literally how it went down. Nintendo released that. Oh, guys, hold on, get everybody here. We gotta have a meeting for this thing. We're just gonna start this thing now today, but. I don't know. It's like almost competitive. Like I don't remember. I wasn't here for it hardly. But then Sega does what Nintendo don't thing, the competition back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And it's like it feels like it's all rejuvenated in a way. Like
Yeah.
I mean, boom, it's all back. And like, who are Microsoft and Sony? They don't have a portable thing coming out. I mean, unless the PS Vita thing is true, but hopefully it's not. But you get my point. I just feel like it's like Alex said, it's kind of there just to. If in case you want this, not many people are probably gonna buy it, but because Sega isn't really that popular anymore. I mean, they're known for Sonic, who they pretty much killed into the ground.
Yeah.
But I mean, Sonic 2017 does look good, and Sonic Mania looks interesting, but it's like that's their whole selling point. Sega, you think of Sonic, know.
I mean, yeah.
Go ahead.
Right, retro gaming definitely is having like a little comeback. It's more hip kind of to do it as well. I mean, I've just noticed that because the prices have gone up like crazy since I started collecting, retro stuff, and companies definitely have seen that, so they go and make stuff like this instead, which hopefully is a good thing for people that actually want the original retro stuff, like I do, because this takes off part of the market.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I'll just buy that. It comes with 80 games. Like, it comes with the best games. I don't need to go off and search for all these other ones and go scouring eBay and garage sales and stuff.
Yeah, you don't have to, like you said, go find games on eBay and wait for them to get there. And then you have to get the old console and then figure out how to connect it to a TV from this century. It's all these issues. This is very much like a casual... I just want to play the games. I don't really care about the quality or sound or whatever. I just want my Sonic. That's what this is.
Yeah, but you still get a pretty authentic feel to it because you have that controller and everything. That's just like the old ones.
I mean, obviously you guys can't see the picture on the podcast. If you go look at the link, there's pictures of the home console, which does look pretty much exactly like the Mega Drive, including the controller. There's a portable version. This looks a lot like the other At-Games portable consoles, so I wouldn't be surprised if they just took another one they made and put the Genesis games on it. But I mean, I mean, I don't really see a problem with that.
Portable looks pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah, it's not like this terrible like $10 Chinese clone, whatever. I mean, it looks pretty good. I've seen other people with that mobile mobile console handheld. I'm losing my brain today. I mean, I've seen other people with that handheld and they like it, so I don't really see a problem. I mean, it looks good, but I think that the enthusiasts will, like you said, keep on searching on eBay, and hopefully they'll have an easier time now.
For sure. All right.
It is what it is. I mean, whether it's successful or not is obviously in their hands to make that happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, something that is successful kind of is a Nintendo 3DS. So I mean, why not touch on that for a second? Nintendo announced
we got to Mason's topic. He's like super psyched to talk about this.
I gotta talk.
Oh, dude, I'm ready for this one.
Yeah, Nintendo announced a new Nintendo Select line, also a Super Mario Land Edition, new Nintendo 3DS bundle, and new Amiibo bundles, which obviously is my favorite of the
That is a mouthful.
Yeah, it is actually, but
full of awesomeness.
all snap. No, the Nintendo Selects line, they dropped the price of each game to $20 of the ones that I'm about to say. For the 3DS, there's Animal Crossing New Leaf, which is obviously a great deal. If you don't like it, I mean, if you haven't ever played Animal Crossing for $20, you need this game in your life. Just saying.
Great.
And then Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, Tomodachi Life, Nintendogs Plus Cats, Golden Retriever, and New Friends, and Lego City Undercover The Chase Begins. And also for Wii U, which is even better deal for these games for $20, the regular Lego City Undercover, and then Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker HD, and Nintendo Land. So that's a lot of games that just got dropped. And I mean, Wind Waker HD out of the Wii U ones are that's probably my recommendation.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
When I was, looking this up and I saw this article, I was like, wait, it drops to $20 for the Wii U too? Because that is like a really good deal. Because aren't they normally like $50 or $60?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And I was actually thinking of, well, actually, I love how Tamagotchi Life is on sale. I feel like that's them trying to like move some copies. Like, no one bought this game. We have to get them out.
For a second, when you said the Wii U 2, I thought you were asking if the Wii U was $20. What are you doing?
Then
No.
I'd get one if it was $20.
Yeah, for real. But also, there was a new 3DS bundle containing the system, a copy of Super Mario 3D Land with 2 cover plates themed after Mario, of course. That is available for $149.99 exclusively at Walmart and Target, and that's a very good deal because.
So now this is the smaller version of the new 3DS though.
Right. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
And I believe this is the second bundle, the second regular new 3DS bundle, because we had the Animal Crossing one last September, and then this one. So second one, cool. But this bundle is actually $50 less than previous new 3DS bundles because those are normally $199.99.
Yeah.
So that's a nice little deal. But I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I mean, the new 3DS, it's obviously not that much different, but what do you think about it?
I think they need to advertise more that it's a smaller version because when they came out with a new one, it was just automatically an XL. And then people seeing this are like, oh, I can't afford that, but I do kind of like the new features of the new 3DS. And oh, hey, look at this one! It comes with a game, some cool backplates as well, and it's cheaper. Awesome! And then you open it up, and this is tiny,
Yeah.
But it's definitely targeted towards the younger audience. Again, it's for sure.
I bought this going in for the fact that hey, they're gonna have exclusive new 3DS games. The only one they've had so far, I believe, are The Binding of Isaac, I think, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3D.
Which is the only one that people really care about.
Right, yeah,
is
exactly.
Xenoblade.
And I'm like, I paid, well, I don't want to say how much I paid, but I paid money for 2 of them. I have 2 in my room right now and 1 regular 3DS. And it's like, I'm a collector, so I want it in my life, obviously, but it's like, it's such a waste of money if you don't need it. Like, if you can do without the little nub thing on the right side, like the extra circle pad thing, you're not gonna be too worried about it. And the faceplates are the selling point of that, obviously. If you're not interested in that, then obviously the regular 3DS XL is what you need to go for. But I'm such a nerd. I'm sorry. But no, I don't know. And then Amiibo, of course, I buy all of those too. But new Amiibo bundles include the games and the Amiibo mentioned below. There's There's Yoshi's Woolly World plus the pink Yarn Yoshi Amiibo, and then the same game with the light blue instead. So there's 2 bundles for that. There's also 2 from Mario Party 10, including Peach and Bowser, respectively, in each of those bundles. And then Captain Toad, which includes the Mario Party Toad Amiibo and the Captain Toad Treasure Tracker game.
So you basically have a choice now for Woolly World. You can buy the game, and you can choose: do I want it with the green, blue, or pink Yoshi, which is actually all of the Yarn Yoshis. And then Mario Party, you can choose Mario, Peach, or Bowser now. Because originally when, those games came out, they had, the green Yoshi with the bundle, and then the bundle version had Mario with it instead. So now you get a little choice, I guess.
Yeah. Fun fact, I bought Mario Party 10. The Amiibo came out 2 weeks after the game, I believe, but the GameStop guy, I walked in on launch day for that game. I had exactly $62.34 in my pocket or something, and there it went. The GameStop guy's like, you want this Amiibo early? I'm like, yeah, you're right. So I bought the whole game and everything, and I returned it right after because I didn't like it. Yeah, that was a stupid thing to do. But I don't know. I'm glad Nintendo's trying to get out there with the new 3DS stuff. But it's not like it's gonna be crucial to sales because they've already sold, I believe, like 38 million or something like that. But it
still hasn't got to DS levels. By
right,
far.
yeah. DS, I think, isn't that their most successful handheld though?
No,
probably.
I think it's the Game Boy.
Is it?
I think the DS is the hold on, I'll Google it real quick.
Okay, yeah. But Alex, what do you think about all of it?
I mean, 3DS again is good. They're just trying to broaden their demographics that they're hitting there, so the most people can enjoy it. Try to be more affordable and stuff. Now, going back to the Nintendo Select, so like I love the idea of it all, except the art, the boxes. I want the original boxes. You know, like Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, I don't have it. I definitely want it. Now, when I go to GameStop, I know I can find the game, like the normal one, without the Nintendo Select. And I could also find the Nintendo Select. Now, am I literally going to be paying $40, $20 extra to get the game with the case that doesn't have the big, ugly Nintendo Select border on it?
Alex, this is what you do, my boy. You ready? You buy the game, you take the wrapper off when they're all looking, you swap it out the pre-owned one. Boom! Sold. There you go, boy. Just
Print it
you know, honestly, if you're in good relations with the people at GameStop or stuff, I bet they let you do something like that. Honestly,
mine probably would.
Well, actually, maybe not though, because if I switch out the Nintendo Select with a used one, then are they gonna have to drop that price down to $20 suddenly? You know what I mean?
Maybe, yeah, I can see that.
I feel like they have like
I don't know
the
how it
printer-
works.
They have like the printer back behind the counter where they print like new game labels. I'll just be like, yeah, I got you.
Plus, they
Let me
can
print
probably order it too.
Yeah.
But you get the idea.
Who knows? But it's definitely the Nintendo Select has always been a pain for me, you know, because I don't, as a collector, I want the original. It's the same with GameCube has like the little yellow label on some of their games. It's like you know, a Nintendo. It wasn't a Select. It was like a Nintendo favorite, or I forgot how they called it. But you know, they released later on a bunch of really a lot of the popular games. You know, they've been doing this for a while, but cooler to have the original.
Yeah.
Yeah, and real quick, the DS is actually the most popular handheld. It's at 154 million units, and
Jeez.
the Game Boy / Game Boy Color is at 118. And the 3DS is currently at 59 million.
I
So,
believe you were wrong for once. Is that what just happened?
yeah.
Oh!
that was-
Oh, things just got real. Oh no.
But yeah,
Yeah.
going back to the, you know, I hate to switch up the, you know, discussion, but going back to the 3DS, when I was looking for a 3DS, I think I got it around this time last year, and I was like, I really don't want to pay $200 for a 3DS, and the new 3DS had just come out, and I was looking like, do I really care about all this stuff? You know, it's like, anyway, so I ended up getting a used 3DS off of eBay for $120. So, you know, if this, you know, the Super Mario 3D Land bundle seems like a really good deal, because not only is the console $50 off, so now it's $150, so it's almost the price I paid for a used old 3DS this time last year. But you also get Super Mario 3D Land, which is actually a really good game. You know, it's not like one of those bundles where you're like, oh, okay, I guess I'll play this like once or twice. It's actually a really fun game. Yeah.
And it's you know what I think they're doing actually, if you think about it, they're probably trying to push these out. You know, they've made a bunch and they gotta sell a bunch.
Yeah.
Because you know, all the rumors and stuff are really pointing towards Nintendo's new NX console being a portable and a home console in one somehow. You know, so they're just trying to get rid of all these because once that comes out, no one's gonna want to buy a Wii U or a 3DS. You know, they're gonna want to buy the newest one.
Even if it's backwards compatible with 3DS, everybody's gonna ditch that. I mean, yeah, you can still buy the games and stuff, but it's not gonna be worth buying the system itself and then have to buy the NX to play NX games.
You know what? If the NX replaces the Wii U, I'm gonna keep my eyes open for a Wii U bundle. Because I'll get a Wii U if it's cheap enough. Because like I don't want to pay $200 for a console when I already have a PC with like 20 games on my backlog I haven't touched yet on Steam.
So what would be cheap enough for you to buy it?
How much are they go for now?
What is it, Alex? Like $199 and $250, or no, $199 just for deluxe now, I think, isn't it? Because they don't have basic bundles anymore.
I saw this great bundle out there that had Splatoon and Smash Bros. So like the two best games that you need for the Wii U, and will keep you occupied forever. And I want to say that was about $300 actually.
300. Okay.
Oh wait, here it is. Oh geez, that's not right. Yeah, no, originally I think it was $300. But yeah, Splatoon Smash Bros. Bundle and the Wii U Deluxe version too. You know, they got tons of bundles out there.
Yeah, I think that That isn't really bad, because that's like, what, like $200 for the console, two $50 games. That's not too bad.
Two $60 games at that, you know.
Oh,
it's,
yeah,
it's
that's-
awesome.
I keep thinking original Wii prices. That's how long I haven't played a home Nintendo console.
Dang.
Anyway, so I think we've talked that topic to death, but it was fun.
Hey, can I throw in a little extra bonus thing here real quick?
You can.
Go for it.
Just yesterday on the 11th, Pokemon Sun and Moon released some new Pokemon, and I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff, you guys can check it out, but they have more of the Alolan variants, you know, so when the Pokemon somehow went over to these islands, they evolved and turned, you know, like a natural evolution over time and adapted to their environment. So there's a new Raichu, a new Meowth, and Marowak variants. And Marowak variant looks real. I don't know if that's like Alolan. I think it is an Alolan
I think so.
variant, but he has like the blue flames on his bow now, looking like one of the like fire dancers or something. Raichu looks extra rounded and cute, and then Meowth.
Raichu looks like a teddy bear. That's the only one I saw. I was like, is this for real? It looks like a teddy bear.
Yeah.
It's adorable though.
Yeah. So and there's also a line of new Pokemon revealed as well, and then they revealed the team. You know how there's like Team Magma and Team Aqua, you know, Ruby and Sapphire.
There.
Yeah, Team Skull and Team something else. Which I don't know what it is, or maybe it's just Team Skull. I don't know. So yeah, it's those are the bad guys.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of excited for Pokemon. I mean, Sun and Moon.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna mention it, but I might be getting Sun, so I'll just say that much. But yeah, so it's looking kind of interesting for me now after playing Pokemon Go. It starts to kind of
Yeah, because you yourself, you said you haven't really played much Pokemon at all. You didn't grow up with it with like lots of people have.
Right, exactly.
Yep. No, it's a whole different look to it too. This new game, but I definitely think it's going to be selling pretty well, just because of Pokemon Go. That game has gotten a lot of people into the Pokemon universe, and yeah, so that hopefully should push sales on the new 3DS and everything. And they got bundles coming out. They know what they're doing. But anyways, that was just a little off topic.
You know, even going back to Pokemon, I was in the same position where I never played Pokemon as a kid. Like, even though I had the DS, I just never interested in it. I finally played Pokemon White. I dug my DS out of the closet and played Pokemon White, like, maybe 4 years ago. It was so much fun. And finally, when I got a 3DS, I got Pokemon X. I think I finished it in like 2 weeks. It was great. Even with all the 3D issues, it was still great. Shortly after that, I got Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. I've still not finished it. I think I got it like 8 months ago. I got bored of it. I'm gonna try to finish it before Sun and Moon come out. But yeah, good stuff.
Oh yeah, they're a lot of fun, for sure. Next up.
Yeah. Next topic.
I like how we just blanked out for a second. We're like, what?
We're all brain dead. That's what happens. Yeah. Anyway, the Xbox One S has finally been released, or rather, it's been released sometime between the last episode and now. This isn't like, I think it happened last week, if I recall.
It was August 2nd, I think, wasn't it?
Okay. Yeah, then that was last week. Oh well, you're hearing it here first. I promise you. The Xbox One S is now available in 500 gigabytes, 1 terabyte, and special edition 2 terabyte models, which are retailing at $299, $349, and $399 respectively. I'm sorry, they're not all available now. The 2 terabyte model was released on August 2nd, and the 1 terabyte and 500 gigabyte models are coming out August 23rd. So I believe the 2 terabyte model is limited edition. So if you plan on getting one of those, you better go jump on that. They're not making more. Anyway, the Xbox One S actually looks really interesting to me. Even though I only play PC games and 3DS, it does look very appealing. If you are going to play on an Xbox One, this is just overall good improvement. It's 40% smaller than the original Xbox One, which was one of the complaints because it had a big old Kinect camera in it. A couple other things that made it huge. It looked like a VCR player. This actually looks like a game console. I really like the white design. It looks really nice.
It does look really sleek.
And it also has slightly improved graphics, but you probably won't see that in most games just because they're built for the older console. And also this has 4K video playback support. So for example, if you have Netflix, I think 4K streaming is included on the regular Netflix. You might need a different subscription. But
whatever you're on, if your Netflix sees that you have 4K or like a display or output or whatever, it'll come up like right away. Like we had a 4K smart TV, so it had Netflix right on it. And then right when you booted up Netflix, there was the first line, normally have like, different categories and stuff. The first line was like 4K Netflix, movies and TV shows.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Cool.
So that'll pop up now.
So I thought I heard something that the update for 4K wasn't available yet, but if it's not, it should be coming shortly. But this was a huge issue with the whole Xbox One S announcement, is that people saw the word 4K and they were like, oh snap, I can finally play Call of Duty in 4K now. It's like, no, that's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You need a $1,000 plus PC. Well, not $1,000. You need an expensive PC to play 4K games playable. That's not
a whole 4K rig set up with monitors is probably around 2,000.
Yeah,
now.
You need a big setup to play 4K games at a good frame rate right now. That's not going to happen on a $300 console. But I think that was just mostly people confusing it with the Project Scorpio and all that other stuff.
Exactly. No, and I mean that's what I thought too. That's how when they released that, that's what it sounded like.
Yeah. And also it didn't help that they didn't explain Scorpio very well. But yeah, basically, if you're in the market for an Xbox One, this is a good option. It's also, it's cheaper. Another cool little tidbit is that it comes with a updated Xbox One controller. It has this really nice white finish. It's a little bit tweaked design, but it's mostly the same controller. One cool feature is that it's Bluetooth. The older Xbox One and Xbox 360 controllers use this proprietary wireless format. This uses straight Bluetooth. So you can get one of these and use it with your PC with Bluetooth without any adapters. However, if you do that, I believe you can only have one controller connected to your PC via Bluetooth. If you want any more, you actually have to get Microsoft's wireless adapter. It's kind of weird, but whatever. So yeah, that's the Xbox One S.
So if you're into that, I mean, it's a good option, obviously, like Corbin said. But, I mean, there's a lot of things, of course, the games and stuff. That's probably just going to be Xbox One games and maybe a few made for the Xbox One S because 4K. But, I don't know.
That's the Project Scorpio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can't play 4K games. They can support. So all you can do basically is use 4K apps like Netflix or any other streaming thing, and then you can play. It's a 4K like Blu-ray player basically.
It's
same thing,
It's basically an original Xbox One that's smaller, white, has a slightly different controller, and has 4K video. Yeah. Yeah, and it's a 4K DVD player. They built it,
I got you confused with the Nintendo 3DS.
It's the new Xbox One.
Yeah, it's the new one.
Oh, Nintendo. It's so easy to make fun of Nintendo's branding.
Yeah. But alright, so what about that poll? Is that last? We're doing that last, right?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
We'll let some more responses flow in.
Okay. Right now we have 36 responses, so that's cool. But anyway, yeah, so what games have you guys been playing lately? We gotta talk about that still.
Mason, you go first because I've talked for like the past 20 minutes.
It's okay. You need to save your breath. I understand. So, I've been playing a lot of Lego Avengers still. I know I said that 2 weeks ago, but I've gotten a lot farther in the game, still unlocking people and stuff, so that's getting to be a lot of fun. And also Animal Crossing New Leaf, because I gotta spruce up my town a little bit. I've been cleaning up some weeds and rearranging the living room, and it's been really fun. Yeah, I have like
I just remembered mine. I
yeah.
haven't been on there in like months.
Yeah, it's probably. I mean, mine was a wreck, but it's all clean now. In my house, it looks really cool. It's got a movie theater in it and a gym because I use that. Yeah, just kidding. Okay, but no, there's a lot of stuff like that. I have the 7-Eleven set, and I've just been rearranging, so it's good. It's a really cool house. So definitely come check that out, guys, if you feel up for it sometime. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I've been playing. Just trying to help out neighbors. They can't pick off the apple from the tree right next to them or anything. So, yeah, that's what I've been playing. What about you, Alex?
I have been playing. If you guys watch my Snapchat story, which is Alex_CND, by the way. So if you go check that out, or if you're watching that last night, I was raging over some Mario Kart 8, the 200cc. Now, I always want to 100%, my Nintendo games that I really like, and Mario Kart 8 is definitely one of them. And they released 200cc last year. I just found it was really frustrating and never came back to it. So I'm going back to it now. And I spent the last 3-4 days trying to get all 3 stars on one cup, which you have to get first place in every single race to do that. So it's very difficult. But we finally did it last night. Been doing that. And then Overwatch, definitely been playing, more of that. That's always a lot of fun. You can play that thing just constantly and not get bored. And then, of course, Pokemon Go. The grind is still going on that. My new apartment is right in the midst of the downtown part of where I'm at now, and I got lots of Pokestops. I see lots of people out there every single night. There's people out there putting down stuff, so it's a lot of fun.
That's cool. Yeah, when Pokemon Go came out, I remember, I think it was like a day or two after it came out in the US, and I was driving downtown in my city, and I probably saw like 50 people just walking around with their phones. I was like, wow, this is crazy.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I believe Apple already said it's past the most downloaded app of all time, which is impressive if you think about everyone that downloads Twitter and Facebook and Snapchat and all these other apps. That Pokemon Go is completely just obliterated them past them.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, well, like, okay, what old person, or not really old, but there's not many adults, honestly, that have, like, downloaded Twitter or downloaded, whatever, but so, Pokemon, it's like, I've seen old and young on this. I mean, like
yeah.
Your mom is out there playing Pokemon. It's like, what?
You just caught another Pidgey.
No. That hits too close to home.
Yeah, no, it's the popularity of it is insane. I know the stocks went up way high and then they dropped really low after like 2 days. But I mean, it's a successful game by its own merits, of course, and it's cool. I mean, it's good for them. But I'm just waiting for them to add Gen 2 now, because I'm tired of trying to find Pidgeys and Rattatas for evolutions.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. There's like, just unlimited almost amounts of updates they could do to keep this game going forever. They got hundreds and hundreds of more Pokemon they can add, and there's so much. There is a big update coming soon though, very soon. That's gonna make tracking and stuff like their final thing, and it is actually gonna show. There's gonna be sightings, and then there's gonna be nearby, and nearby will actually have Pokemon that are associated with Pokestops.
Yeah.
So
that looks really
cool. You can click and it'll be like, oh, there's an odd. I mean, they all. I think they're going to be normally very common Pokemon that are showing up at the stops.
Mm-hmm.
You can click on it though. The map will zoom out. You can see where it is. You can go run there, walk there, whatever, and try to get a Pokemon. And it may or may not be there when you get there. If you take too long, it might.
That's why I drive.
Yeah, I'll run over all the kids walking.
And no, the whole thing, whenever you go too fast, it asks you if you're a passenger. I'm a passenger all the time, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm alone in my car, I'm the passenger. What are you talking about?
Yeah. No, I don't know. But yeah, so there's a lot of gaming stuff going on. That's good.
Alright, Corbin?
Yeah. This past 2 weeks, I've mostly been playing Fallout 4. I got that game. Well, I think I already said it, but I built a new PC recently. I pre-ordered Fallout 4 when it was announced because I was just like 100% on the hype train. I love Fallout 3. I love Fallout New Vegas. I was like, okay, I'm getting this. I'm getting this right now. And then, you know, the whole preloading thing comes. I preloaded on my computer. I'm all hyped up. Finally it comes out. I unlock it on my computer. I open it. Gets through the opening cinematographic. And then at the character creation, it's like 1 FPS. I'm like, ah, crap. So I returned it. And then when I built my new PC, I rebought it on the Steam Summer Sale. And I re-downloaded it. Runs pretty good. I've got it on like mix of low and medium settings. It gets like 60 FPS usually, so that's good. One of my biggest issues with Fallout 4 was the whole settlements thing, because I would just want to play the game, like all the story mode missions and stuff, and then I get the alerts like, oh, your settlement's under attack. I'm like, not this crap again. I just want to play the game. But once you get, I forget what the level up is called, but there's some perk that lets you establish supply lines between all your settlements. And it basically just lets you have all your crap at all the settlements at once. It makes the game much, much easier. So now I can actually make those settlements happy and go do my own thing. So it's very nice. Also, I played a little bit of the Metroid Prime Blast Ball demo that Nintendo released. And if you haven't played that, it's one of the modes of the new Metroid Prime Federation Force 3DS game that Mason got for free. Hashtag free game.
I was gonna try to avoid that. Okay.
I got it for free.
No, the review's coming soon, guys. It'll be fun. So
yeah. So they released a demo of that one game mode, and the best way to describe it, it's a combination of what's that game? Rocket League, and it's like a first-person shooter. It's like Titanfall and Rocket League in one game. It actually plays very well. A lot of the issues with first-person shooters on the 3DS is that the 3DS doesn't have a second joystick. So it's really bad for first-person shooters, but the game did a really good job of handling this because there's a mode where it just tracks the ball and you can follow it. It works very well. So I had a lot of fun with it. It's just, you know, nice, fun little multiplayer game to play when I'm aggravated with Fallout 4. So, yeah.
I think it's gonna be an awesome game when it finally comes out.
Yeah, I'll probably get it at some point because it does look cool.
Mason already has it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. But it's
Besides hashtag free game.
Yeah, hashtag free game. Yeah, say that. But I can't say much yet. But just wait, you'll hear my full thoughts later on. So, but anyway, aside from all that fun, awesome stuff, earlier we posted a poll that was basically just a survey for people to give their general input on this question. Corbin asked, what is the most influential video game console of all time? There's a lot of votes here, 38, but it's like, I'm talking like a lot of variety. Lots of people voted for a lot of different things.
Yeah.
But the winner, should we save that, Corbin? Alex, should we talk about it now?
Wait, what? The winner?
Yeah, should we like go over the, like, what's the word? Go over the
top choice.
Or not the top choice, but like, it's like AFV.
Do you have a top three? Let's go that way. How about
Okay, that's a good idea.
All right, wait.
Top three.
How do I sort this as top three? I have no idea what I'm doing.
No, I'm looking at it right now. Well, there's N64. I know that's probably the second one. That only had 3 votes though. So I mean, for second place, that's still pretty good.
SNES also had 3 votes.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yes.
then they were tied then. So SNES and N64 were tied for second. And then third was probably Game Boy or Game Boy Color, or the Wii. There was a lot of similar numbers for each of these. Mm-hmm. But the big winner was the NES, so that's kind of cool.
And we should probably mention that the question asked was, what is the most influential video game console of all time?
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, just to rephrase that, we had a lot of like responses, so there isn't a whole lot of difference between these numbers. N64 got 8%, SNES got 8%, but the NES won with 45%. So that's it, it's a pretty big change. It's pretty clear that almost everyone thought that the NES was the most influential video game console of all time.
You know, and the key word there is influential. You know,
Yeah.
which one changed the industry or pop culture the most? And definitely, I would argue as well that NES definitely has.
Yeah, and you know what a lot of people don't really know about the NES is that it came right on the heels of the video game crash. You know, before the NES, we had all these super crappy games. We had like a dozen consoles on the market. The whole industry just crashed. And then 2 years later, Nintendo came in. They tried to fix the problem of crappy games by licensing every single game. That, you know, for the most part worked. That's why the NES was so successful.
You know why it really was? Let me give you a little history here.
Oh, history.
Straight from the captain of Nintendo here. What happened is they're very smart with their marketing. So they didn't market the NES as a video game system because that had a bad taste in everyone's mouth. They're like, ew, Atari made all these crappy games. They dumped ET games in the landfill, because they're crap. And everyone's like, everyone saw that as dope. But they're like, no, hold on. The NES is not a video game console. It's a home entertainment system, all right? It is a toy, okay, for kids. That's why they packaged it with the raw robot and the NES Zapper and all these peripherals that made it a toy. And then people gave it a shot. And then people started figuring out that, holy crap, this thing's amazing. It's fun. And they basically single-handedly brought video games back to America and to the mainstream.
I feel like in terms of systems, that is probably one of the most influential. But if we're talking about games, should we say that for next podcast, or should we just say that now?
Well, that's a whole different thing. Because I would definitely argue a different console for games is the most influential.
Yeah, I've tried to play a lot of NES games. I'm just like, all of these are ridiculously hard. Like the original Legend of Zelda.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have beat that originally. And originally meaning like on my NES.
Oh my god.
With an actual cartridge and everything.
That's
and
impressive.
that took a lot of sweat, maybe some tears.
Or both.
Yeah.
Probably both. But all right, well, I mean, is there anything else we got to touch on before we close this out?
I don't know.
I think that's it. Real quick before the show ends, just as a reminder, if you listened to the last episode, you probably saw on Mason's channel, we also now have the podcast on SoundCloud and Google Play Music. So the links to subscribe to that will be in the video description if you're watching on Mason's channel. Obviously, if you're listening to it in the other places, you're already good to go. So you're good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you, Mason and Alex, for being here
It's
today.
been fun.
Well, Pop, thanks for having me, guys. This was a lot of fun.
It's been a lot of fun, yeah.
And hopefully
So-
we'll do this, I suppose, in 2 weeks. We might do it weekly because there's just an insane amount of news every time.
Yeah,
No.
we'll see what happens.
And make sure to give this video some love down below. Give it some comments. Give it some likes. And
Give it some
Tell us if
likes
you
so
want
I can
more.
feed my
Yeah.
family.
Yeah. Alright, guys, I guess that rounds it up. Thank you all so much for watching. And again, if you want to go check out Alex's channel, it's down below in the description, along with SoundCloud and all that other stuff. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the next episode of Level Up.
Bye, guys.
bye-bye.